Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see second program in machine learning lab. In this, what is the requirement? So we are trying to compute the correlation matrix to understand the relationship between pair of features. Along with that, we are trying to visualize the correlation matrix using heat map to know which variable have the strong positive or negative correlations. Along with that, one more thing is there, that is create a pair plot to visualize the relationship between the features. See, three things came into the picture. First one, they are telling that correlation matrix we are trying to draw. This is the first one. Second thing, they are telling heat map, okay, for better visual. Third one, they are telling that trying to draw pair plot. Okay, how these three things looks like, first we will see that. Okay, first one is correlation matrix. Guys, you can see here, this is called as correlation matrix. This is how it will look. Second one is heat map. Okay, if I draw just little go down, you can see this is graph called as heat map. Okay, this is our second requirement. Third one is we are trying to draw this one, box plot. Okay, these are the three things we are trying to draw through this program. Let us understand first one, what is correlation matrix and how it works. Now correlation matrix, how it works. I am taking here three examples or three features. I am comparing with themselves only in a matrix format. Now if any two features are matching in a very high similarity, I am taking those relationships with a value +1. Any two relations which are oppositely correlated, means one is increasing and another is decreasing, means I am taking this as -1. If both are not correlated, means I am taking it as 0. So all the values will be lying from -1 to +1. Okay, now you can see here in the diagonal, if you are able to see, all the relationships are very highly correlated, means I am comparing with themselves only. That is the reason medium income with the medium income highly correlated, 1. House age with the house age, again 1. Average room with the average room, again 1. Rest all you can see some minus and some plus. It means they are not much correlated compared to the diagonals. So this information will be given by correlation matrix. Now after this is not enough. If there is much more colorful diagrams are there, it is easy to understand. For that reason, instead of writing in this matrix format that is not visually appealing, we are using heat map. In this, what will happen, again we are doing the same only. You can see here medium income comparing with medium income, relation is 1 1 1. Now I am using three colors. Okay, you can see here I am using three colors. If and whatever the relation possible, one is +1, that is strongly positive correlation, or else no correlation, or strongly negative correlation. For these three I am using these colors. Okay, if something is coming in blue means it is negatively correlated. Something is coming in white means there is no correlation. Something the color is coming in red means it is highly correlated. Now with the help of heat map, we are able to understand the correlation in a better way compared to above correlation matrix. Okay, now after this we are going for pair plot. What we are doing in this, here instead of seeing the numbers, we are seeing the graphical representation. Like in the center you can see that same diagonal elements are there, but those are representing in a better way, like proper distribution function we are using. And remaining all you can see the scatter plot, means we are comparing with other features. That is the reason I am using scatter plot. So this will give much more detailed information than just seeing the numbers. Okay, so three stage guys. First we wrote the matrix format. In this we understood the correlation still, but it is not visually appealing and not much more clearer. That is the reason I went for heat map. Through this I understood how they are correlated. Still I want much more detailed way. That is the reason I went for pair plot. Okay, this is what we want to implement through this program. Okay, so to implement these diagrams or plots, we are writing this program. Okay, now fundamentally we required some Python libraries. Which are those? First one is Pandas. It helps to make these tables. Okay, to make tabular data we are using Pandas. Along with that we are using two graphical libraries which are Seaborn and Matplotlib to draw these kind of plots. Okay, along with this we want data. To get the data we are using scikit-learn dataset. From that we are importing California housing data. Now the first step of the program, in this what we are doing now, whatever the data is coming from California housing set, those data we are converting into the Pandas data frame. Okay, for that I am making as frame is equal to true. Then whatever the data is available in the California, I am making into the frames and I am storing into the data variable. This is the first step. Now second step is what? Second step, now from through this data we are trying to draw the write the correlation matrix. That is what you are seeing here, right? This is how the matrix will come and that will be stored in correlation matrix. Now the data is available in the matrix form. Still we want in the heat map form, in a visual form. For that there is a third step. In this I am trying to plot a figure with a size 10 cross 8. What is this 10 cross 8? Are you able to see this diagram, right? In this entire box size is 10 cross 8. Here 10 is called as width, 8 is called as height, and the measurements generally will be in inches. Okay, so remember guys, in the Matplotlib always the measurement will be inches. So remember this, it is sometimes an interview question. Okay, now what we are doing next step? In the next step, Seaborn we are using. From that we are trying to draw the heat map. In this heat map is a function guys. In this we are using some parameters which are those correlation matrix, that is we calculated from here, right? Along with that annotation is equal to true. That is annotation is equal to true means in this diagram are you able to see some numbers, right? To print these numbers inside the graph we are making annotation is equal to true. Okay, next C map is equal to cool warm. This is what, are you able to see some colors, right? For the positive, strongly positive we are using red color, and no correlation white, and negative correlation we are using blue color. To make this we are using C map is equal to cool warm. Okay, next what I am using format is equal to 2f. Now you can see here those are decimal points are some all you can see 0.14, like only 222 digits. So even though the digits are available in little bigger numbers after the dot, still we are cutting this into the only last two formats or last two digits. So we are approximating into the last two digits and printing here. That is the reason I am using 2f. And at last I am making line width is equal to 0.5, means whatever the graphs matrix are there na, the line width is 0.5. Now we are trying to plot with the title correlation matrix of the California housing set. That is, are you seeing this? This is the printing line. Now if you show, it will give you the heat map. Okay, this is what our step 2. Now after this we will going to see the next plot, that is pair plot. What we are doing here in this, before this, one more important thing. Now are you able to see here correlation matrix is there. If any value which is near to 1 means that is also highly correlated. For example, where we can see in this graph, I hope you are visualizing, able to see what is the number. For example, you can see here this is 0.69. It means medium income, along with that medium house value. If the income is rising, along with that house value is also rising. That is what the indication showing. Okay, one more any value is there. For example, through this we can understand. For example, you can see here 0.85 is there na. Now average bedroom is, along with comparing with here average room. So average room increasing means inside there is average bedroom also started increasing. For example, if there is a 4 rooms means there will be increasing number of bedrooms. If there are 5 rooms also means, if it is 3, here it will be 4. It is telling that average rooms are increasing in a house means inside average bedrooms also started increasing, and both are in the same positive relation. This is what these numbers are telling. I hope you understood. If you have any doubts, please share your question in the comment box. Let us go for next, that is Pairplot. Now what it is doing in this, instead of seeing those correlation matrix into the colors and numbers, here we are trying to see them as a graph, that is a proper distribution with the help of scattered as well as here you can see the distribution graph. To do this we are using Pairplot from the Seaborn, and we are using the data, and it is also function. We are passing some parameters. I am using kind is equal to KD, means it is showing the smooth distribution. Okay, it is showing the smooth curves. Okay, you are able to diagonal elements are there na, all it is showing in a smooth manner. That is the reason I am writing KD. It is kernel distribution exponent. Okay, sometimes they may ask in the interview. Remember, I am using plot KWS with the alpha is equal to 0.5. Alpha is representing the transparency, guys. Okay, so transparent is 0 means it is fully transparent and 1 means fully solid. Now with the help of this I am trying to plot, and I am giving the plot title name as California Housing Future, and y is equal to 1.2 means I am just taking some distance from this graph above. That's it. Okay, it is taking some distance. Now I'm trying to show plt dot show. You can see in this diagram, in the diagonally you can see the diagrams which are different, and you can see other diagrams are different, dot dot dot. These are called as scattered plots, and the diagonals called as distribution functions, means they are representing the individual lines with the comparing themselves. Along with that, remaining all are showing the scattered plot, how the data is distributed with the other features. Okay, this is what the Pairplot work. I will take all these stepwise code and I will paste into the Jupyter notebook, and I will run one by one and see the results. Okay, let us see. So guys, whatever the code I explained, I am just pasting in section wise in the Jupyter notebook, and I hope that you know the basics of Jupyter. From that assumption I am starting. Okay, now I am trying to run this code section by section. In the first section, importing part is done. Yes, you can see the number is coming. If there is any issue, it will throw error, guys. Okay, in the second box you can just click and run. Okay, next we are going for third. In this, correlation matrix is formed. In the fourth step we are trying to draw the graphs. You can see, guys, now the graphs are coming. Heat map is seeing. This is what the heat map looks with the diagonal elements are 1 1 1. At last we are done with this, and we are trying to draw Pairplot. It will take some time. Okay, until you can see if there is any issue, it will throw error, or else it will give the heat map. Okay, first we got heat map, and you can see here numbers are blue color representing the negative correlation, red color representing the positive correlation, and whites are no correlation. Okay, now you can see here this is Pairplot, and the diagrams you can see diagonal elements are distribution functions, and the rest all are scattered plots. It is representing how they are scattered. With the help of this we are able to find outlier also. Okay, so guys, this is what the second program. I hope you understood. Tell me your opinion in the comment box, and if you have any feedback also share it so that I can understand. If any improvement is required, please let me know. So meet you in the next program. Until, take care. Bye bye.